Anna Duggar has stepped into the spotlight with a rare glimpse into her private life, sharing intimate videos of her daughters from the family's newly acquired $1 million home in Arkansas. The emotional posts, shared across social media platforms, offer a poignant look at motherhood, resilience, and the quiet strength Anna has cultivated while her husband, Josh Duggar, remains incarcerated following his 2022 conviction on charges related to child pornography. The release of the videos, soft, tender moments of Anna's young daughters laughing, playing, and exploring their new surroundings, marks one of the most personal public appearances she has made in recent years. For a woman who has spent much of her adult life under the intense glare of public scrutiny, first as a cast member of the TLC reality series 19 Kids and Counting and later as the wife of one of the most controversial figures in American reality television, the decision to share these glimpses feels both significant and symbolic. The new home, nestled in the rolling hills of Tontitown, Arkansas, is a sprawling property valued at just over $1 million. According to real estate records, the house was purchased in early 2023 under the name of Jim Bob Duggar, Anna's father-in-law and patriarch of the once famous Duggar family. The transaction, reportedly funded through a combination of family resources and support from loyal followers of the Duggar brand, underscores the continued influence and financial backing of the extended Duggar network, even as the family grapples with the fallout of Josh's legal troubles and the cancellation of their long-running television series. In the videos, which Anna shared on a private Instagram account later made temporarily public for the posts, the atmosphere is serene. Sunlight streams through large windows as three of her four daughters, Mackenzie, Michaela, and Marcus, chase each other through the spacious backyard. One clip shows 7-year-old Mackenzie twirling in a floral dress on the porch, giggling as her younger sisters try to imitate her. Another captures a quiet morning moment. Anna, dressed in a modest floral blouse and denim skirt, sits at the kitchen island sipping tea while her youngest, Mariella, crawls into her lap. There's no narration, no captions, just the natural sounds of children at play and the soft hum of a household in motion. The absence of Josh Duggar is felt in every frame, though he is never mentioned. His incarceration at FCI Seacoville in Texas, where he is serving a 12.5-year sentence, has defined the last chapter of Anna's life. Since his conviction, she has largely remained silent in the public eye, avoiding interviews and making only the most minimal social media appearances. Her rare posts have typically focused on faith, family, and gratitude, carefully curated messages that reflect her deeply held religious beliefs and commitment to her children. This latest sharing of personal footage, however, feels different. REA. Still, others have taken a more nuanced view, acknowledging the complexity of Anna's position. She is, after all, a young mother of 4, Mackenzie, 7, Michaela, 5, Marcus, 3, and Mariella, 1, navigating single parenthood under extraordinary circumstances. While she has the support of her in-laws and a community that still venerates the Duggar name, she also carries the burden of her husband's crimes, which continue to dominate headlines and public discourse. Josh Duggar's legal saga, which began with revelations of past misconduct in 2015 and culminated in his federal trial 3 years ago, has cast a long shadow over the family. Once a rising star in the evangelical world and a fixture on TLC's most profitable show, Josh is now a convicted felon, his legacy irrevocably tarnished. His trial exposed disturbing details about his use of child sexual abuse material, lies to investigators, and attempts to conceal his actions. The verdict was a turning point. Not just for him, but for Anna, who stood by him throughout the trial, attending court every day in a quiet show of loyalty. Since then, Anna has chosen a life of relative seclusion. She and the children have remained in Northwest Arkansas, close to both the Duggar and Dillard family homes. Reports suggest she relies heavily on her parents, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, for childcare and emotional support. The new house, while purchased in Jim Bob's name, is widely believed to be intended as a long-term residence for Anna and her children, offering more space, privacy, and stability than their previous rental. The move itself signifies a new phase. The home features 5 bedrooms, a large kitchen, a playroom, and a fenced backyard with a swing set, amenities that speak to a focus on the children's well-being. Neighbors in the tight-knit Christian community have reported seeing Anna at local churches and grocery stores, often with one or more of her daughters in tow. She's described as polite, reserved, and deeply devoted to her kids. Yet, the question of how she reconciles her faith, her marriage, and her public image persists. The Duggars' religious beliefs, rooted in the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, emphasize submission, forgiveness, and marital fidelity, even in the face of profound betrayal. Anna has never publicly condemned Josh or suggested she might leave him. In fact, in a rare interview years ago, she stated, "Marriage is for life. No matter what." That conviction appears to remain unshaken. Though she hasn't spoken publicly since the conviction, her actions suggest a commitment to maintaining the family unit as much as possible. Letters reportedly sent to Josh in prison, shared by prison outreach groups, describe her updating him on the children's milestones, expressing love, and quoting scripture. She has also continued to attend the same church where Josh once served as a youth leader, though she now sits in the back rows, avoiding attention. The release of the videos. Psychologists who study public figures in crisis note that such acts of visibility can be both healing and strategic. When someone has been through trauma or public shame, sharing positive, personal moments can be a way of regaining control, said Dr. Elaine Park, a clinical psychologist specializing in family dynamics. It allows the individual to define themselves on their own terms, rather than letting the media or public dictate their story. There's also the undeniable commercial aspect. Though the Duggar family no longer has a TV show, their brand still holds sway. Merchandise, books, and social media content tied to the family continue to generate income. While Anna does not appear to monetize her accounts directly, her posts inevitably drive traffic to related websites and keep the Duggar name in the cultural conversation. Still, for all the speculation, the most powerful takeaway from the videos may simply be their ordinariness. They depict what millions of mothers experience daily: the chaos of young children, the quiet pride of a well-kept home, the bittersweet ache of doing it all alone. The laughter, the mess, the bedtime routines, these are universal. In that sense, Anna Duggar's story, however controversial, taps into a deeper truth about motherhood, its resilience, its sacrifices, and its quiet heroism. Whether one agrees with her choices or not, the images of her daughters running through the sunlit yard are undeniably human, a reminder that behind every headline, there are real lives unfolding, shaped by love, loss, and the hope for a better future. As Josh Duggar enters the middle years of his sentence, with no possibility of early release, Anna's path forward remains uncertain. Will she continue to wait for him? Will she ever speak publicly about her experience? Will the children, as they grow older, grapple with their father's legacy in ways she cannot yet imagine? For now, she seems focused on the present. On bedtime stories. On school drop-offs. On creating a safe, loving environment in a house that, while bought by her father-in-law, is slowly becoming hers. The $1 million home is more than a property. It's a symbol of survival, of continuity, of a woman rebuilding life piece by piece. And in the laughter of her daughters echoing through the halls, there is both sorrow and hope, the sound of a family enduring, one day at a time. Anna Duggar may never return to television. She may never give an interview. But in these quiet, unscripted moments, she has said more than words ever could.
heart content.